Hey folks, the other day I left off, it must have been about a week ago, when we were up on the Vimy Peak Trail. Now, where would it have been? Somewhere over there. Can you show over?
Okay, it might make wind noises.
It's
Over
the
that
low
away
point there. We would have been in the low ridge there. We would have got up on that, and then we worked our way about a third of the way up to the peak there when we stopped, and I gave you about a half hour of what a lot of you would consider rebarbative stuff. Don't bother telling me that, because that just encourages me. Because anyone who finds my opinions on poetry rebarbative is a lost soul as far as I'm concerned. At any rate, I left off when I was talking about the professor I had who was supposed to teach me poetry. He was teaching me pretty paltry prose, really, and passing that off as poetry. And if people want to do that, that's okay. But I don't want them telling me that what I write isn't poetry, especially by comparison with what they write. So I'm talking about the devotees and aficionados and, well, frankly, epigones of William Carlos Williams. And when you're an epigone of a mediocrity, that's sad. So, folks who go around telling people who write poetry, I'm not saying I write great poetry or anything like that, but I actually write poetry, are a little bit like, this is maybe a false analogy. Every analogy is false. That shouldn't come as fantastic news to you guys, but or amazing news, I should say. But I'm not looking at you guys that much, because I actually prefer looking at the scenery as opposed to the camera. I'd like to be looking at Pauline, but she's kind of blocked by the camera. At any rate, folks who go around saying people who write poetry don't write poetry, and that they, i.e. free versifiers, getting up, are the only ones that write poetry. They're a little bit like an actor saying not just one but two things, because poetry involves hearing, but it also involves feeling. A little bit like an actor saying to a singer and a dancer, hey, you can't fool me. I imitate reality. You guys, look at that silly abstraction that you guys are involved in. Hey, singer, that doesn't sound like a person talking. That's not singing. You call yourself a singer. I'm an actor. I imitate reality, and that's real singing. And then saying to a dancer, hey dancer, can't fool me. I'm the one who does real dancing, because I do movements that are really like real movements that people do in real life. You do some silly prancing around, abstract, formal, and it's not real. Therefore, it's not dancing. It's the two things. Now, why do I say, like, why do I say it's almost kinesthesia? Poetry is. It's not just singing per se. It's music in the sense that here's what they tell people in linguistics when they can't find the accent. They'll say, don't worry about trying to notice volume distinctions or stuff like that. Move your head in time with, you notice how I'm doing it, move your head in time with the accents. Or move your hand in time with the accents. And maybe that'll work for you. You see how there's kinesthesia, which is kind of like I guess it's the aesthetics of moving, which is dance. It's a pretty low yield form of dance, but hey, if you're using some degree of formalism with the rhythm, it can involve a form of dance. It's not just, or at least you can dance to it. And of course, like if you're manipulating sound and stuff like that, like using alliteration and in a pattern, or rhyme in a pattern, or assonance and consonants in a pattern, then you're basically singing. Now, it doesn't have to be, as I was saying before, about a week ago, it doesn't have to be a simple pattern like that. It doesn't have to be a simple pattern. It doesn't have to bore the folks to death. It doesn't have to go on and on, like that. You can have all sorts of patterns, mixtures of what I call triple rhythm and duple rhythm. Mixtures of stuff, mixtures of accents that go on in triplet-like fashion. There you go. But you can mix that up with stuff that goes in duple pattern, much like what I'm doing now. And you can mix those up. You don't have to have a song or a lyric or a poem that goes on in the same thing with the same number of accents, or syllables, or accents and syllables. That's called accentual syllabic poetry. It doesn't have to go on and on and on. That's one of the things that disappointed me when I started looking at, let's say, Alfred Lord Tennyson. I'd heard about him and I wanted to check out some stuff, so I checked out. I was used to hearing about him from a card game we used to play as kids, my siblings and I, called Authors. And you matched up 4 of a set for each author. And so I can't remember exactly what it was for Alfred Lord Tennyson. It was Idylls of the King, I believe. The Brook. I can't recall the other 2 offhand.
I am getting ants all over me here.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
This is one of the reasons why I guess it's not just ticks, but why you wear pants that you can tuck into your legs. I was wondering, I haven't even tucked my pants in, but these are tight at the bottom as...
mine are tight too, it's just they're getting on.
Exactly right. Oh, I can see where they're getting in, right?
They're not getting into my pants.
Okay, they are. Okay, well that's good. Anyway,
Lord Tennyson.
Yeah, Lord Tennyson. So, another way of looking at it, it's another analogy, is like just a regular person lives in Canada, gets out on the ice. Could be, an outdoor rink. And sees a figure skater out on the rink and starts, here I am in my galoshes. I just saw you fall down. I'm wearing my galoshes. Try to imagine this is a rink. A little bit hard to imagine, but what the heck. Look at me in my galoshes. I'm having a little trouble here, but not like that skater. You saw that fall that the skater took. I'm so solid on my feet because I got my crazy galoshes on. Why would anyone want to get out on ice and take the chances a figure skater does? Why indeed? That's a little bit like my father, who used to watch figure skaters like Taller Cranston. I think he used to call him Shorter Cranston. You see, look at him. He'd be doing, I think, what would be called by a ballet dancer, an attitude, where you kind of, I can't do it now, my back's all screwed up, but you kind of hold the leg out, the knee crook, and he'd say, look, it looks like a dog peeing.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you won't go on.
Oh, yeah, because there's somebody coming. Okay, I'm going to show you a view of Waterton.
Oh,
The other way, because there's
more
somebody.
folks, you'll have to
There's
hold it
lots
over
of people.
there,
Okay, we're going
So
to
they-
stop
you're
it.
looking